Going into this week, obviously an opportunity to get things right as always. What's the approach going into San Jose?
Yeah, I think this is a great opportunity for us to show our depth, to show that we can score goals. Um, you know, sometimes at home it becomes difficult when teams bunker in, and so it'll be interesting to see how San Jose sets up against us away from for us away from home, and see if we can open up the game a little bit. I think there are times where in our last few games the game hasn't really opened up for us, and so it'll be interesting to see how San Jose sets up against us as well.
You played up a line here against Houston. How was that feel, especially in this new system where there may be some wrinkles in that specific position?
Yeah, well, I think Houston, first of all, did a pretty good job of shifting, of making the lines really compact. So, like, it was really difficult for me to get the ball in the pocket. So I'm trying to create space by running in behind with third man running. And it just felt like I couldn't really get going in terms of getting the ball facing forward. And so frustrating, I think, game for me. But in the end, I feel like we could have probably gotten the 3 points, and it'll be interesting to see what Schmetz wants to do for this game.
There was good build-up. You guys seem to open up the ball well. Brian talked about just that lack of clarity in the final 18. How do you get better at that?
Yeah, practicing, right? Finishing drills. Instead of doing build-up from our goalkeeper, we're in the final third. Seeing those situations happen in practice far more often, so that we can be sharper in the final third. But also it's the willingness, I think, getting guys in the box, creating a little bit of havoc. Sometimes we want the game to be really pretty, but to be honest, if you get 3-4 guys in the box and we're doing hard running, it's difficult to defend. And so can we add that a little bit to our game against San Jose?
Last weekend, you were recognized as the club's all-time appearance leader as a field player. What does that mean to you?
Well, I think it's really special for me, not knowing where I was going to be 10 years ago, not knowing what my career was going to look like, and to be able to do it for 10 years for one club is pretty extraordinary, and it's a dream of mine to be able to lead the team in appearances altogether. But it's this club has given me a lot, and hopefully I've given the club back some trophies, and hopefully we can win some more. And so I'm not satisfied with 354 or whatever the number is, or how many trophies I have. I just want to win more here in Seattle, and so if I have the opportunity to do so, great. But soccer can change really fast, and so I'm just thankful that I'm able to be here for so long.
FIFA today put out officially announced the prize pool for the Club World Cup, something like $1 billion total in the prize pool. When you see a number like that, what is it? I mean, obviously the players aren't getting all of that, but what does that tell you in terms of sort of like the approach that you expect the other teams to take, and sort of the stakes of a tournament like this?
Yeah, I think number one, I think they want to take it serious, right? They want to compensate the teams that do well. They want the big name players, the big name teams to come here and put out a strong lineup, and so I think it's a way for them to incentivize the players, the teams to come here and play really hard and play for a trophy. And so I'm excited, for the opportunity. Hopefully, the compensation part gets settled with the PA and whatnot, but I'm really excited for the opportunity to compete and play against these big teams.
As one of the leaders in this team, what kind of efforts do you kind of do with Ferreira, who, there was so much emphasis on his acquisition, and he probably hasn't been able to influence the game the way he wants. How do you keep a guy like that confident and still kind of buying into the group?
Yeah, I think he's always had the chip on the shoulder, that bit of swagger that we've always needed, the confidence, and I don't think that's gone away, even though he maybe feels that he hasn't had the strongest start to a season. But he's a player that shows up to train every day, and so when a player like that shows up to train and isn't doing too hot. You don't have to tell him anything. I mean, you could see it in his training habits. And so the goals will come, the assists will come, the minutes are now coming. And so now I'm really excited to see what he looks like, full fitness, because to be honest, in training he's looked really sharp. He's scored a lot of goals for us in training sessions. And so how can we emulate that into real games?
A 3-game road trip. Can this 3-game road trip spark this team in the right direction?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we struggled at home really early on last year. We struggled to score goals. It seems like the same story from last year. And then you add injuries on top of that. That certainly seems like it's the same story. So how can we use these 3 next home games where teams probably open up a little bit more and take advantage of them? We're going to need our entire roster, and that's what I'm most excited for. This is an opportunity for guys to step up and to get results on the road. And there's nothing more satisfying than coming home with 3 points. And it really brings in the chemistry within the group when you win on the road.
Finally, this San Jose team with Bruce Arena leading it, obviously, what challenges do they present for this Sounders team?
Well, guys in the box, they're a really good team that takes advantage of their opportunities inside the box. They really get runners in there, and so how can we defend well on the road? As well as, this is a team that probably struggles a little bit in transition. And so can we, once we win the ball, can we look forward? Can we, instead of trying to keep possession, play a little bit more direct at times? So that'll be really important going forward. But this is a good team. This is a team that will score goals. That our score lines are 3-2, 3-0, 3-1. So you're going to have to score. So it'll be a good test for us.